EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL Draft, it's Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
They'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game.
All about that defense there. Had him bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Dak now from the gun. He's got it, complete to Pickens. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
12 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That is all-out effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception, and some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Cowboys.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Dak off the play fake. Now here he goes.
It's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play, breaking the pocket.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing. Brandon
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Giants have getting set for their first drive. They're led out by one of only a handful of quarterbacks, Brock, to eclipse 200 career starts. I know you covered him for a long time in Seattle. A 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense. Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's Tracy once more. Still finding room past the 45. And he works this down to the 41. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
First down, Giants.
Well, his game is off to one heck of a great start and bringing his offense along with him. They cross midfield after that run, and now all eyes on that offense focused on the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Wilson to the air. Dump off caught by his back. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Tackle made by Trevon Diggs.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Dumps it off to his running back. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
You know, so often we hear of a pass and catch downfield taking timing and anticipation. Well, the screen is actually something that takes a lot of practice reps. There are so many moving parts, from the lineman to the running back to the timing with the quarterback. That's well done.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Catch made underneath by the back. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
5-yard pickup.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
He tucks it and takes off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They go with Williams on the counter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. First down, here's Dak. And they take him down right along the 30. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield. Keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd down, Giants trotting out 6 DBs in the dime set. Prescott here from the gun. And he's caught. He's got Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. He's hanging on to this one on the second down option. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Dak to the air here. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Aubrey puts it through, and they come away with some points on that series.
2 drives, and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
2nd and 13. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Takes out a 1-stop. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Russ now from the gun. For a left side, caught by Neighbors. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Giants.
From the gun, it's Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, we'll all look back at the play-by-play and see that that was a run for 0, but it felt like more than that. It felt like offensively, that's a confidence drainer, and defensively, it's a momentum builder.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Wilson now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, New York! The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game.
Giants 7.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They've got first down from the 31. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around. They know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Play action, Prescott. Finds his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Lamb's got it on the sideline. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
2nd and 3 now. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Williams on the carry. It was almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 31-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 31. He's got a man left. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Dak now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I love crossing routes versus zone defense. Those zone defenders are dropping to their spots. And with all of that horizontal action, they often get lost in zone coverage, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Williams. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's Pickens on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys trying to add to their lead. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. He's running for it. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Williams can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. First down, here's Russ. We've got a screen to the running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Gray now on the return. He's going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. We give to Tracy up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It's not made by Donovan Ezeraku.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, New York.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They motion a receiver left. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Russ looking to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
This defense, they got a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Gano is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Defense shows blitz, Wilson. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Giants find their way to 6. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano ends the point after. And they'll take the lead.
Giants 14.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Finds him on the crossing route. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
15 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
They'll give it to Williams on the option. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Prescott to sneak it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
That's another Cowboys. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To C.D. Lamb. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Dak to the air here. He's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Fullback trying to power it across. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys grab the lead on their first series of the half. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Prescott's going to throw for it. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully and the tight end the beneficiary.
That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First down, New York.
Now here's Russ. Juke the defender. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
2nd and 6 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He was covered by Nair Evo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
You know, there's a little bit of the risk of a 50-50 ball in the end zone. Some of these defenders today, man, they can elevate with the best of them. That's one they got away with. It should have been a pick and a touchback.
He's back to throw. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And they get this down to the 28. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Taken in by Bellinger. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Complete to Daniel Bellinger. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll motion Slayton left. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Running this with Tracy. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Blitz coming, Ross. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now trailed by just a point in the fourth. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning in from the 16. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And after some momentum was wrestled away by that last touchdown drive, Brock, the pressure is on them to respond here. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Dak to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it. Once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. Cut for big yards on the right side. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
63 yards to gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field, the tone of this drive.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And this won't get anywhere either. The front held up. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
No gain on the play.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 21.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Return coming from the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tracy. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on first down.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the 36. Throwing the out route complete. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Giants.
They run. Here's Tracy. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Quick slant, caught by Neighbors. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First down, here's Russ. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Giants.
From the red zone now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Donovan Wilson picks it up. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Sanders running dead ahead. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Okay, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
So following the safety block, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. We'll get it at the 9. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Wandale Robinson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This is Tracy. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Another 3 and out.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants trailing by 5. Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. It's on target to Johnson. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
A gain of 16
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
A handoff to Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. Dump off caught by his back. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
Now to throw. Searches from the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5. Desperation time here. Pass complete to Robinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here he is to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 22-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Russ is cooking again. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.